Okay, so I've been a fan of Vox amps for a long time. Probably, I actually don't remember exactly when I became a fan. I probably saw them on stage when I watched Radiohead concerts, or maybe I thought, hey, that looks like Grandma's furniture. Must sound good. No, I don't know. It was probably a Radiohead connection. Anyways, I'm talking about, of course, the iconic AC-15 or 30, that look, right? With the, what color would you call that? Maroon? Brownish? Gold? Like that kind of mix. So I've had, AC-15s, AC-10s. I love all those amps. I've never actually properly tested an AC-30, meaning like cranked. And I just never done it. I've plugged into one, but never got to play it properly, I'd say. So maybe one day, like a Saturday or something. So anyways, that's just leading into this Vox amp. So years ago, I had a Vox Mini 3 G2. They don't make them anymore, but it's a modeling amp similar to this, except it was a 3-watt version. And I gave it to my son for his birthday when he was learning guitar. I've still got it somewhere. It's like in the house somewhere. It's similar to what this is, the Vox Mini Go 10 in blue. So it's like that amp that I was just talking about, but it's the successor. I think these came around 2021 maybe. I could be wrong, but I believe they're a couple years old, 3 years old at this point. And they've just released some new colors. So I love blue. They also do a beige, a brown, and a green, and the original black. So we're going to check out this amp. We're going to play through it. It's a modeling amp, solid state. I don't know if you can call it digital modeling, but it's got a bunch of amps built in. It's got, we're going to run through everything. Let's do that. So before we get going, I asked Sweetwater if I could, check out this amp, and they said no problem at all. They said, yeah, sure. That's a horrible joke. I stole that from a movie, probably a documentary. So Sweetwater is a sponsor of this video. Thank you very much again, Sweetwater, for sending me the amp, and we're going to check it out. And I've played around with it. I know all the features now. I think I know all the stuff. There's a lot of stuff to go through, but this is going to be a long video is what I'm trying to say. We're going to go through it. So yeah, Sweetwater, it's a sponsor. I've got links if you want to get anything like this. If you want to get this amp, maybe you don't like blue. If you don't, you can just unsubscribe. That's terrible. No, I'm just kidding. If you're looking at anything, check out the links. And they're affiliate links, so if you buy anything, I get a little percentage. Just setting up here. This is a setup. So I'm going to be playing this Fender Telecaster. I was going to say it's not your standard Telecaster, but it actually was. It's a Mexican standard Telecaster, but lace sensor pickups. It's been modded heavily. So let's turn on the amp. The first thing that's cool, you can plug in, it comes with the AC adapter wall wart, or it's got a USB-C connection, so you can plug in a battery pack. This doesn't come with it. I'll put a link to what this is. I bought this one last year. It's called INIU, and I forget how many powers are in this. I don't even know what it is. I'll link it. You can take a look after. Let's power it on. So that's really cool. You can have a portable battery pack, and I've been playing it for quite a while. This is at like 97%, so we should be good for the video. And just a little change in this video. I'm not close miking the amp, and it doesn't have a line out, which is one thing I would have liked to see. I've got a Tascam Portacapture X6 sitting in front, so it's going to do a room capture. I've also got a Shure SM7B up here. Hopefully that's not taking the focus from everything else. Literally, I mean, the camera will focus on that, and everything else would be blurry. So, okay, so let's start at the beginning. Let's just first go left to right. I've got it captured on the top here so you can see the controls. We'll go left to right. I'll just run down quickly what this has, and then we'll actually try out each feature so you can really get a feel if this is the right kind of thing for you. I'm trying to remember the price now, because there's a 3, there's a 10, and a 50. This one is the middle price. But for what it has, it could be the right thing for you. Depends on what you're going for. 6-inch speaker, so it's pretty loud. We'll max it out at one point. Just get my earplugs ready for that later. It's loud. Okay, so let's go left to right here. We got the line input, got my guitar here. I've also got a mic input. It would take a dynamic mic. I'm not gonna plug that in. I don't even think I have one. Excuse me, I just had shawarma. I live in Ottawa, and I think we're the capital of shawarma in the world. Has nothing to do with this video. So you can plug in a mic. You could busk with this. It's probably loud enough, depending on the environment you're in, but I'd say you're pretty. Look at you, you're pretty. It's pretty, you know what I'm saying. Okay, you can do a microphone. Let's be serious for 1 second. Guitar, mic. You got your amp models up at the top here. How many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the 10th one isn't even an amp model, it's a vocoder. We'll play around with that. So when you are in an amp model, you've got a gain, a tone, and a volume. So really you can't shape or change the sounds, and that's the idea. It's a modeler, right? You can add some gain, so make it noisier, dirtier. You can change the tone, which is basically, you know, muddy or bright, and then you got your volume. This last input here is called line. That's just clean. That's what I'm doing right now. And when you have line, you got two controls, high and low, which are just the high and low. Yeah, okay, it's what I thought. It's the low end and the high end. I was thinking for a second. I almost started thinking, I knew that what it was, but I started picturing a Vox with the multiple inputs, and it's got the high and the low inputs. It's not that at all. If you know what I'm talking about, a Vox AC30, it's got 4 inputs, the highs and the lows. Okay, it's not that, forget it. You got your wattage control, so we're on full. You can do 1/10 of 6 watts, or you can do 1/100th of 6 watts. I couldn't find anywhere in the documentation what that actually equates to. So if you want to do some math for fun homework for the weekend, you can just, what is 1/10 of 6 watts? Okay, then you got your effects. There's a whole bunch of effects here. You got chorus, phaser, tremolo, and octave. And then you got some delays and reverbs. You got analog delay, digital delay, spring, and hall. And you got a time that you can control the delays with. You can tap it. Moving on, we got a drum. I'm gonna say drum machine, kind of. It's a rhythm machine. So the Mini 3 G2 that I had didn't have that. It also didn't have the other thing, a looper here. So anyways, you've got all these variations and different types of rhythm, like genres. So each one has 3 types of variation. And we'll quickly, that's shawarma, man. Sorry. We'll quickly go through them and hear them. And then a 40-second looper, which is cool. And you can synchronize the looper, and you can synchronize the rhythm, and you can basically do a whole performance. Like, we'll play around and we'll do something. I can take the octaver and do a bass line, loop that, add some guitar over top, sing. I'm not going to be singing because I don't have the mic set up, but let's play with it. I gotta remember to, you know what? We'll start off with the loudness test right away. Just off the bat, we're gonna turn it to, and how we're gonna do that, I'm gonna put in my ear filters. These aren't ear plugs, they're ear filters. Because if you're gonna do loud, stupid stuff, protect your hearing. You'll thank yourself later on in life. Okay, well, all I'm gonna do, this isn't a quality test. The whole point of this is to watch the decibel meter. This clock behind me that people always ask about, they're like, what's wrong with your clock? Let's start at the lowest, actually, we'll do that. And we're gonna max out the volume. try on AC30 TB. So that's the 1/100th. Tell me what the math is on that. Let's do the 1/6 now. So the next one should be pretty loud. I was trying to top 100 dB. Not gonna happen. So anyways, that's cool. 6 watt. You're getting around 98 dBs based on, I mean, that thing's behind the amp, so the amp wasn't even facing it, but you get the point. I think you get the point. So let's try some stuff here. So yeah, for the rest of the video, we're gonna do the full power. So we've got a Deluxe CL. I didn't look at what these models, I can figure out a few of them, but Deluxe CL. It's I'm gonna guess they're going for a Deluxe, like a Fender Deluxe maybe. Let's just run through them quickly to hear what each one does, and I'm gonna leave the gain and the tone at noon, and we can just see, like, they're each gonna have their own sound, flavor kind of thing. So that's the Deluxe. Okay, so you get an idea of the taste, the flavor. I just ate, so food's in my mind. The next one is the weird one, the vocoder. So let's try that now. Okay, that's enough of that. And then the line. So the vocoder, if you have your mic plugged in, apparently you can do vocoder on your voice as well. But that's fun. We're gonna do. I'll try to remember to do some crazy sounds at the end. So let's go through the effects now. So I'm gonna pick. What do I like here? Okay, the AC30 is nice. And we've got an analog delay. Trying to remember if it's a volume or speed. See, I can control the speed. I think it's level. It's just volume. Okay. That was the analog delay, and then you got digital delay. Some spring reverb. I'm gonna put on the, that was all humbucker. I'm gonna go into the neck pickup, which is the blue. that chorus effect. Phaser, I'm not a fan of this one. Tremolo. Okay, and then Octaver. This is the cool one. If you play single notes, it's fine, but when you try to do anything else, it gets all funky. So there we go. Turn off all those effects. Let's try some of the drums, the rhythm here. We'll go back to, oops, sorry, camera. And you just hit start with the thing right there. Oh, the level's low. You can set the tempo, tap it. I just want to chill tempo. I'm still thinking about that. I'm still thinking about this. I already have an idea. For after. If I take that vocoder and the octaver, it's gonna go. We're gonna go to outer space. Okay, so you just have like this chill thing, like. Around. Variations. So, talk about variations. It's like Aerosmith there. Okay, let's try another one. Third variation. It's got a little bit more hi-hat. Okay, anyways, and then you got metal. Pop, blues, okay. I'm not gonna go. Sorry, let me stop the tempo. I'm not gonna go through each variation. It's basically the same style, but added some kind of different variation. It's not just a name. Okay, let's do the funk. Okay, R&B. Okay, jazz. What's that one? Latin. Dance. I like that. 357. And then Metro. Okay, let's see if I can build a track with that. Oh, before we go, I got aux in and phones as well. you plug your phones in there. Headphone out, aux in. So we're gonna try the looper, okay? We're gonna get loopy. So basically you hit it and then you get ready to go. Flashes a couple of times and then you go. Okay, point of stopping it was you can do a synchronized start. Ready? Here we hit them together. So now I could build on that. You go, let's give it some nice, let's try something clean, a little bit of, try that. Okay, so that whole thing was horrible. We're gonna scrap it. I know what to do now. I'm gonna make one. So to erase, you hold down. Gone. All right, here we go. We're gonna do the bass loop again, and then we're gonna add some funky stuff over top and just get stupid. Okay, here we go. Ready? Stop them for a second here. I want to think of something, so it's going. Yeah, so it's record, play, dub. Absolutely horrible, but it's amazingly fun. I'm having tons of fun with this. Okay, if I had to pick a favorite tone, I think it was this Brit one. I didn't realize I had the octave wrong. Okay, that was fun. Did I miss any? Oh, optional foot switch output on the back, so if you want to change stuff. So, and one last secret little thing. I'm just going to power it off right now. Thanks for bearing with me. That was just me meddling around, but that's the whole point. It's a fun toy that you could probably use for busking, if that's something you do, in a small space, right? Okay, so there's a secret. There's one thing they don't advertise that I didn't find until after. I was like, That's the thing I always say you got to do so you properly hear an amp, because usually you don't hear it. What do you think I'm about to show you? Pause the video, go to the bathroom. And then come back. Here's what it is. It's not a big deal, but I like it. It's got tilt feet. Look at that. Woo! You're like, who cares? It matters. You want the speaker tilted up at you. You don't want it like shooting at the ground. And yeah, I think that's cool. So I made some notes on this before I started the video. Just my thoughts about the amp. Any pros and cons? Okay, so what do I like about it? What do I not like about it? You can power it with the AC power, or you can use the battery pack. How are we at? How are we doing here? 96%. Apparently, depending on your battery pack, you might not get the full volume output versus plugging into the wall. That's something to keep in mind. Build quality, really good. It's typical Vox. I've never had any build quality issues with Vox stuff. It's always well built. These are made in Vietnam. It's light. It's loud. It's louder than a mini amp. I wouldn't classify this as a mini amp. Maybe the 3 might be, I think, the 3-watt version. This is definitely a level up from that. Oh, it's got this little strap handle thing. Here, let me unplug this stuff. Get these guys out of the way. So you can use it like, it's got like you can carry it on your shoulder, or no, it's just to carry it. And that's detachable. Here's the back. It's got a little port there. Just look at my notes. Super fun, and just set up a loop and play. I actually had played a loop like last night, and it was way better than what I just did. So you got to see the worst, which is way more fun, I think. Oh, I didn't show it. There's a tuner on here, and it doesn't work very well. I was able to tune my E string. I guess, is that the point? You know what? Maybe that's it. Maybe you tune your E, and then you got to know how to tune down from there, which is fine. Tune the rest of your strings. If you can get your E, you should be able to do the rest by ear if you don't have a tuner. Maybe that's the point. Okay, I might have just figured something out because it wasn't tuning anything else. That's probably what it is. Not a great tuner. Anyways, I noticed the looper. In this case, it's actually a really good thing. It doesn't save your loop that you just did if you turn the power off, if you power cycle. So if I turn it back on now, that loop we just created will be gone. And thank God, because that was terrible. It's missing one thing, I gotta say, that would make it even better. And maybe people that buy this won't care, but if it had a line out or a USB out, because the USB it has in this, it's just for the power in. There's no interface to a computer. If it had that, I think that'd be pretty cool. But I mean, there's so many other options that have that these days. Maybe they just didn't want to include that in this one. I don't know. Cool amp. It's really cool. I like it. I dig it. I recommend it. Like I said in the comments, check out the price. Oh man, what is this? It's like $200. I'll tell you right now. $249.99 US. What else can I say? You know what I say? Say thanks to Sweetwater again. Thanks for checking out my channel. If you're new here, sorry about everything, but I hope you like things. Yeah, as always, play guitar and have fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.